Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Chat South Africa with Pammy T.
High discipline, high aggressiveness, high more.
Demonstrate our alliance and allegiance to the poorest of the poor after we have heard that weird announcement made by this puppet minister, Kodongwana, the Minister of Finance now, of introducing a two percentage point. It's not 2%, by the way. It's something more than 2% against our people. So SMK, we said we will be here and we will be in all parts of South Africa to demonstrate our stance against this move. That's the first reason. But the second reason, as you know, we have been fighting all these years for the transformation of the financial sector. Instead of making progress, now we are seeing institutions of excellence like Itala being compromised by this so-called GNU government, So we are not going to stand idle as MK party while institutions of our people are being victimized. And that's the reason why we said we'll have to demonstrate to the world, we have to demonstrate to our people here at home that as MK party, we are not in support of what the government is doing. No, that's not true. The reality of the matter is that as much as there are some minor problems with the management and also the issue of the liquidity ratio of Itala, that's not a train smash. We have seen well-established institutions encountering the same problem, in some cases worse scenario, being supported by the same government. Government has been aware all along that Itala and it requires a special legislative regime to manage its issues. That's why they've introduced an exemption on Itala. Now, all of a sudden, the exemption is withdrawn. It's withdrawn, why? Only God knows, because the truth of the matter is that we are all surprised. Why now? All along we have been exempting Itala, while the political landscape of KZN is changing. Now we are withdrawing the exemption. It's quite interesting. But what we are saying is that let's support Itala, because this is an institution that has been there since 1958, and it got an asset base, let alone the issue of liquidity ratio, but an asset base that exceeds its liabilities. Not the issue of current asset base, no. I'm speaking of its general asset base. It's more than its liquidity, more than its liabilities. So why can't we support this? Because it has proven to be a working institution. Why are we going to sell Itala now to the bidders or to our masters? But the truth of the matter is that Itala, as we speak now, the process is expedited to hand Itala. Obviously, they will tell you about an equity partner. If you look at it, who's that equity partner? You might not be surprised to find that this is a partner as a result of his loyalty to this so-called GNU. So that's why we are saying, save Itala, and there is a lot that we need to learn from how Itala has been managing its business. But also, we need to change the regime that is governing Itala. Itala can't be governed, banks of Itala can't be governed by the same regime that is governing these banks who have been supported by apartheid all these years. So that's why we need to support Itala at all costs.
Like all South Africans want to know and are interested in the budget, we want the minister to deliver the budget on Wednesday. And we keep ourselves abreast about what are the challenges we are facing from the point of view of this budget. And we discuss it in that context. It's an important item right now in our political lives, and that must be resolved. And we can't resolve it. Government cannot resolve it on its own. It must resolve it in concert with the people. And that's what is important to take our country forward. We see people protesting and raising issues and all of that. It's nice to protest about anything, but they don't provide solutions. Others say tax the wealthy and corporate tax. It has been happening, and that is it. The fundamental question before us is how do we address the shortfall? And we support the minister and working with everybody. At the level of government and government working with everybody, we're confident that it will produce a budget.
The conversation is always in the public domain, focus on the 2% VAT. It is not on the revenue side. It did not focus on the expenditure side. In other words, what we're intending to fund. The SRD is but one of the things to make it permanent moving forward. But a lot of other items were supposed to be funded in that budget. We listed quite a number of them, including education, health, defense, or correctional services, to list but a few. And if you ask me, who, particularly on health and education, are we funding? We're funding the very poor people, people saying will be in a difficult with a VAT increase. But let me just say that's past. People objected to the 2% VAT increase, and we've gone back to the drawing board. I cannot comment about the fiscal strategy I'm going to table on the 12th. I'm going to table a fiscal strategy on the 12th. It's for you to judge when I do that, whether that fiscal strategy is weakened or not. I can only talk about the past. I can't talk about the 12th. I would have probably think that intuitively everybody was shocked with the amount that I proposed. Let me take a step back. On the 4th of February, I tabled the budget in Cabinet. In that budget, I said, here is a normal budget. However, this budget is unworkable in the sense that a number of items who are going to cost about 112 billion rand over the MTF, some of them critical, will not be funded. I then highlighted a number of options, including tax revenues, and eliminated a number of these taxes, including companies tax and income tax, and left with VAT. And a couple of colleagues commented on VAT because I didn't put an amount. It was too far from the budget day because once you do that, the potential for leaking was strong. So I didn't attach a number on the 4th. So intuitive people then were shocked with the percentage.
Now, ours as South Africans is to wait until tomorrow, until we get the finalized budget speech and to hear exactly what is on it.